finishing my last video. Turns out I didn't. The adapter breaks. So now I'm recording out loud, you feel me, without no mics. So stuff like that happens, you feel me? You gotta get the show on the road, you gotta get this content out, you gotta get the footage out. I just feel like a lot of people slack. I mean, I'm a victim of that too, so that's why I'm even saying this. I understand what slacking doesn't get you the results you want, you feel me? You're gonna get the results you want by working and putting things out and dropping and testing, really learning and being yourself, you feel me? So I feel like I've just learned so much from this season, like being punctual, being on time, making sure your guests are accommodated for, you know, doing something to benefit them, especially if there are people that are doing it for free. You know, get them some drinks, get them something to eat, you know, take care of your family if they need you to, you know, run to, you know, do something for them, or, you know, take care of their family if they need you to, or even if they don't need you to, like try to like find ways to hold them down, you feel me, or to support them or benefit them. So it's not just like you're going to a place to work and that's it, you feel me? Like don't bring no, you can't bring that energy nowhere. Like I try not to bring that energy. I try to connect on more of a genuine level with people because that's who I am and that's what I want. You know, and I want to build my legacy and authenticity and longevity, or for being able to connect genuinely with other people. But my phone is on like 10%, y'all. I want to keep this going as long as possible. Me talking about how my season went, but it definitely was a struggle. You know, my other friend was trying to record around my place, around my house, but because they weren't too far, so I was gonna call their Uber from after the studio. But this opinion on the season being filmed before that, which I am sad to say, but at least this is episode 9 or 10, give or take, honestly, because the order and the placements kind of off, and that also is something that happens during the season. I feel like I worked really hard to get this far. I worked really hard to get this season out, but I definitely learned a lot. I feel like it was a breeze to some degree, but I feel like it took longer than it should have because I wasn't dropping weekly the way I should. Honestly, it pissed me off that my adapter just broke even while filming, but you deal with shit like that while filming all the time. So all it is just getting another adapter, another charger, you feel me, shit like that. But yeah, today was a long day. I've been getting ready all day to come here and film these 3 episodes. Had somebody waiting outside for probably more than an hour or 2, probably even 3 hours, and they got work in the morning. So it's just like a lot of people to hire, a lot of assistants. My assistant did phenomenal on Jordan's episode, I would say, and then my best friend did phenomenal holding me down for my first guest episode, so I'll never forget that, of course. And I appreciate and love her always. What else? I think I met a lot of great people from this season. I missed out on a lot of events. I missed out on the Grammys, the BET Awards, a lot of things because I had to dedicate my time to this first season of the show. And I know it's not going to be in vain. And I know I'm going to remember this forever, you feel me? So I'm thankful and I'm proud of that. And this is my last 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. I'm going to be over with this soon because I don't want to keep y'all from doing what y'all got to do for too long. But I just want to let y'all know like how being a podcaster has been going for me, you know, and how these first 10 episodes have been. You know, I've recorded at least a season's worth of episodes, but we're somehow only on season 6, which is how God wanted it to be, so I'm okay with it happening. Thank God, praise be to God, praise be to the Most High. And as far as my last video, I left off kind of early, but as far as like what I feel like God wants me to say to y'all is love, light, life, be positive, be pure, be strong, be wise, be creative, care about yourself, care about people, care about the earth, you know, care, just open your heart up, you feel me, to the things you can't see. Put more emphasis on the things you can't see, like love, intuition, ancestors, God, you know, those things that you might not be physically able to see, like the TV in front of me or like the couch I'm sitting in, but the things that make sense metaphysically and spiritually, and the things that you align with or gravitate towards too young, pay attention to those things, you know. a lot of people inspired me growing up, and even to do this podcast, like Wayne, Nikki, Mona Leo, Stunner. You know, so many people have inspired this project. Wayne, Nikki, Mona Leo, Bryson, you know, Biggie, so many, Tupac, so many people, you know, even just family, black women in general. You know, I had a dream and I said that, you know, well, I don't know what I want to do creatively. Like, I have my foot in the door, I want to start something somewhere. And I was just like, you know what, let me just go to sleep and not think about it, because when I stop thinking about things, that's usually when God comes through. And as soon as I stop thinking about it, I just see my name in flashing lights. And I see Osiris Assad, and then I started seeing myself being a podcaster. And then I kind of move with the same formula. Like I said in Jordan's video, I kind of move with that same formula. So when I was stressing, looking for guests to fill out my season and to finish my season with that I could relate and gravitate towards and really connect with and build something phenomenal, I feel like God told me to work with Jordan, so I did that, you know, and it happened. It was phenomenal. It happened how it needed to happen. Now I feel like God's giving me a call to work with others and work with as much people as I can, as much women as I can. So I really am trying to make the world go round with this content, honestly. Like, and I pray that this benefits somebody out there. I want you guys all to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video. This is Osiris Assad Podcast Show Season 1. Thankful for everyone who's watching. I'm thankful for everyone who's commenting, everyone who's liking, sharing, subscribing, and connecting with me, because it really took a lot to get. I've been recording this first season since 2022, 2023. I've been planning this podcast since high school. I thought it was going to be a group effort at first, but you know, you can't pull everybody along with you everywhere, you feel me? So certain things you just gotta do as a man on your own, you feel me? And really try to staple yourself in the society. As badly as I wanna work with everybody, a lot of things you do gotta do by yourself. And a collaboration is important, so work with as many people as possible, like I would say, and work across, create positive experiences, do what I was trying to do, you feel me? Have positive intent, work with those intentions, your podcast or whatever project you're doing will boom. And even though I haven't got the mainstream appeal or the success that I wanted from my podcast or for my podcast, I still feel like I've gotten so much knowledge and wisdom out of it, you know. You gotta move with that mentality of everything happens for a reason. So I was gonna say thank you guys for liking, commenting, subscribing, and watching. I do want to say, when you guys book certain studios in certain places to film your podcast, you got to make sure that you're there on time so they're not scrapping your session, or they don't have an excuse to scrap your session, and it makes it easier to get refunds and disputes and things of that nature, you feel me? So, I mean, at least the case where my studio was canceled, I hadn't even got a chance to walk in yet before it was canceled, and sometimes, like I said, stuff like that happens, so you got to be, so sometimes stuff like that happens, so you got to be privy to where that those things could happen. But I want y'all to tune into the highlights and the stream that I have next to Mona Leo coming. The episode I have with my friend, two friends of mine, two good friends of mine. One, Akeem Woods, he does comedy, and he's on the Angela Yee show, and Chris, who does podcasting as well and social media. So I want you guys to tap in, tune in, love, light, peace, and prosperity to everybody. Thank you so much, y'all, for watching. I appreciate y'all. I think about this season is something, it really helps me evolve creatively. This season really has helped me evolve creatively in my other aspects of creative work. I feel like, and something my best friend told me, that no matter how much you plan, you know, God laughs at plans, you know. And honestly, you wouldn't have been able to convince me I'd be here filming my studio podcast in here today. Like, you wouldn't be able to convince me I would have filmed my podcast anywhere else but the places I thought, or the places I had planned. Like, there was no convincing me I was doing things in a way that wasn't planned. But how many times when I really look back at all these episodes, how many freestyles how many last minute moments, how many, come here to this place and you get a great interview. Like, how many times those things have happened is countless. So I really try not to plan things. I just try to like work with what I got. You feel me? That's why I will always tell y'all to, start how I start with just a lavalier. Honestly, Apple kind of upgrading their phone charging ports or whatever has made it a little bit more difficult for me to find adapters. But now I gotta find another 3-way adapter, which isn't easy to find. So a lot of times when you break your adapter, you're gonna have to buy a whole nother, set of adapters. Or when you get a new phone, you have to buy new adapters that can fit in the charging port, or at least a trio port or a trio adapter. So that you can film these episodes more easily. But like I said, stressing, a lot of planning, a lot of thinking, a lot more thinking than the average person, honestly, to plan this season and be in this chair with me today, and just sit here today in front of this camera and talk to y'all. So I want to say thank y'all. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm pressed for time. They rushing me out this place because it closes at 12. Had no idea, wish I did know that. So I just want to say thank you. Appreciate y'all. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all, of course. I'll see y'all on the TL. I'll see y'all on the FYP. I'll see y'all on the billboard. I'll see y'all on TV. In the Grammy. And the M. Put in the work, no matter how much tears, how much stress that it takes to fulfill podcast contract or, season. You just gotta do what you gotta do and never miss a week and drop at the same time consistently every week. And I know that's more advice than in my opinion on the season, but that is something I feel like y'all should know. I got a big duffel bag with me with 4 different outfits, sneakers as well, and actually 3, and other one I had to leave at home because I wouldn't have had time to even record it, you feel me? And I'm just thankful that I'm even here to record it, thankful that I made it to 23, I already recorded the first episode of my 2nd season, so y'all better be on the lookout for that, and be on the lookout for the episodes dropping this month in November, because I've got to get my wisdom teeth done. I had my wisdom teeth taken out, you feel me? So I don't want to not have anything dropping between time, you feel me? So I just got to get that done, and all these episodes will come out simultaneously. And we got a lot coming, you feel me? We got Mona Leo, like I said, we celebrating her concert on the stream, and we got my boy Keem Woods coming, a great comedian. My boy Chris coming, great friend of mine, a social media influencer. So I just want to say, like I said, thank you all for watching. Down to the first episode. Like the first episode I ever filmed for this season, I was so tired. I hadn't slept in days. I had just been on vacation, I believe, or just doing a photo shoot, and I hadn't slept even the day before that photo shoot. So I was tired, man. Tired wasn't even a word for what I was first episode. Second episode, a little nervous. I had a guest on for the first time, and even though it was my best, I understand how many people are watching, so I want to make sure it's right. And being so early on, I felt like such a rookie, And now I feel like a little bit of a veteran, even though I'm not. I feel like it, and that's the attitude you need for this type of stuff, so you can bring that confidence to it. You feel me? 3rd episode, 4th, 5th, 6th, just phenomenal. Jordan did her big one, and letting us record at her place when the studio baited was amazing and phenomenal, and definitely something a good person would do. So I will always appreciate her for that. I love that conversation, every minute of it, and I love that we was even able to be cool even after. Birthday a few days ago. Happy birthday to Jordan. I want y'all to say happy birthday to Jordan, no matter what. Show love to Jordan, because love is the answer to all things. You feel me? Show love to my sis Sierra, show love to me, show love to all the people that you see up on here, because trust me, I only work with good people, you feel me? And love is the answer to all things, right? So I just feel like that's how I kind of move with this season. And 7 and 8, I had to re-record so many times. I might even have to re-record it. What I did today, I just gotta put out what I have. And I gotta make the best of everything that God's given me and make that work. And honestly, Not being able to do the other guest episodes kind of killed me, but I mean, I'm happy. I'm alive and thriving and abundant and successful and wealthy and young. So that's all I could have ever asked for. So I just want to say thank you guys for pushing me to this point. And you know, the fact that I'm even still recording in the studio after I was already kicked out goes to show how much I really love y'all. Cause I do try to follow the rules and do things how it needs to be done, but I really want y'all to get this content. You feel me? That's the utmost of importance to me. That y'all get what y'all can and need out of me. And I love everybody. You feel me? I love everybody who supported me on this journey thus far. And you know, I'm gonna start streaming. I forgot to tell y'all that I'm gonna start streaming soon, so look out for that. My first streams are gonna be, you know, PS5 gaming online type of stuff. You know, so just be on the lookout for that. Little Q&As here and there. Stream is coming up, and that's gonna be big. You feel me? And I'm going to go to the concert. I'm gonna go to the Mona Leo concert and watch her perform some of my favorite songs by her. You feel me? And watch her perform some of my favorite songs in general, you know, so I can't wait for that, look up for that, and, you know, that's a wrap on season 1 for real, you know. I got one more guest episode, and I got 2 more streams, and then that's it, you feel me? We do 12 episodes every season with 2 highlights, so that's 14 episodes every season, and 12 recorded on the spot, you feel me? That's all I gotta say. Thank you guys. Yes, sir, Skinny. Thank y'all for watching, for real. If y'all wanna know anything else about how this season is going or been, you know, just let me know, hit me up. And I'm just gonna let my phone charge for a little bit while I'm here, so.